Hi guys, it's Ivy. Today I want to show you how to separate a Sansevieria plant, or Sansevieria. It's a snake plant, or mother-in-law's tongue, which is pretty fun. So when I got this, there was 3 in here. One of them snapped off during transportation in my own car. So you can propagate that by the leaf. You can either stick it in water like this, it'll grow roots, or you can let it scab up on the bottom. Hasn't really done that yet, but you can let it scab up on the bottom. Takes a few days to about a week, and then put it in soil and water it occasionally like you would any other plant. And it should eventually grow roots and start popping off little babies. So that I'm going to do that with this. I'm probably going to stick it in water to see how that works, because I have one in soil and it's just taking forever. So there's that one over there. And then I will show you how to propagate her root separation. All right. So you want to get a nice clean spot. Don't get it all over your house. So I'm just going to dump out the soil that I can. Kind of loosen it up in there. I don't know how deep the roots are. I haven't unpotted this yet or really checked on its roots. So try to get it out of here. It's really stuck. Here we go. Alright, without breaking any more leaves off. There we go. Alright, so he's got pretty good roots. They're pretty long. Alright. So, I should have brought a knife down, but let's just see if we can just pull them apart. So I don't want to break too many roots off. You want to try to just loosen them up. Do you want to get a little closer so you can see what I'm doing in here? So you want to just shake them up and loosen the dirt around the roots. And if you find that they're stuck together in a spot, just pull that. Oh, that one just came through. You can break off the roots. They will grow back. It'll be okay. Or you can use scissors or garden shears to kind of snap them off. If your plant is one big plant that just has a lot of offshoot babies on it, a lot of the time the mother plant has roots, big fat roots that go to the other plant. That is what you can cut, and it'll be okay. Your plant will recover. But I think this, when they potted it together, it was 3 separate plants. I don't think they're growing together because all these are pretty loose roots. So I'm giving 2 of these to my sisters, and then I'm keeping one at my house because obviously that's why I bought it. Alright, so there's one with all this soil on there. You just get them all off. You can pull all the dead stuff off around it, and that looks pretty good. So those roots look pretty healthy. Alright, and if stuff falls off, that's okay. If you break off some roots, that's fine, as long as he's got something to hold on to in the soil. So I'm just going to put him over here. Oh, trying to get comfortable. Alright, so I'm going to separate the other 2. Should be a little easy. Come on. Alright, let's see. I'm going to show you the root. Oh, it just came apart. Alright, boom, done. So these guys' roots are pretty shallow. So when you pot them, you don't want to pot them too deep or too shallow. Too deep, they'll start rotting on the outside here, and you'll get nasty rot. They'll get soggy and then they'll die. And if you plant them too shallow, they'll just fall over because there's nothing holding them up. So I'm just going to pull off all the dead leaves that are on the outside. All right. And we're going to get to potting. So I only have 2 of these pots, which is not fun because I guess I could stick another one back in here. Alright, let's move that off to the side. Get our pots out. Put you in here. Alright, and I have pre-mixed soil. I put it back in the bag that it came in. But I pre-mixed it, put some more perlite in there and some orchid bark. So I'm just gonna, there's some pretty big holes in here, so I'm gonna get dirt everywhere, but it's my sister's house. We don't have to tell her. So I'm just gonna fill this baby up. if you want to show inside the pot. My niece is helping me record today because it's a phone. Alright, so you want like that for a Sansevieria because they're pretty short roots. And then you're going to want to take, let's give my sister a good healthy looking one. Alright, so it's okay if there's still soil on there as long as you didn't have any bugs or issues with the roots. You don't have to wash the roots off if you don't feel comfortable. You just leave that soil there. So I'm just going to try to get his roots down so he can hold on to something while he's in there. And then maybe use some of the old soil that was in there just for some top dressing. Keep all the roots out. And mix it through because it really liked that soil, whatever that is. It looks like cocoa core. Add some in there and then just keep filling it in. Where did I put my book? Alright. And they like very sunny areas. And they like to dry out before watering, like really dry out, because these leaves here, they hold on to the moisture. They're kind of like a cactus, succulent. Not really sure what they are. I feel like they are a type of succulent or a type of cactus, but a very sun-loving, drought-loving plant. And you'll notice when you need to water them, they'll probably fall over. I think I potted that guy a little too deep, so I'm going to take out some of the soil. When they need to be watered, they probably fall over just because their roots are so shallow. Or you can see it in the leaves. A lot of times if they're really, really, really dry, they start wrinkling on the leaves. And that's a pretty cool one that you can see like when you actually need to water. But these guys can last pretty long without a good watering for a while. Especially in the winter. They kind of just go dormant. Like any other plant. So that one's all potted. You don't want to go too deep. When they potted this guy up, he was a little bit too deep. So there's some discoloration here. But I just don't want him rotting. If he seems to be falling out of his pot too much, I'll tell my sisters, just put a little bit more soil, like an inch maybe, in the bottom of the pot, or on the top of the pot, and he should be good. And I think that's it. So that's how you pot a Sansevieria. That's how you propagate them. And as they grow bigger, they'll start having little offshoots. The roots will push through the soil and pop up another baby. And once that gets, you know, a couple inches high, for them, I want to say, you know, 4 to 5 inches high, the leaves, and they have multiple leaves, you know, 3 or 4 of them. That's when you can go in and pull the babies out. Sometimes the mother root that is feeding the baby, will start to die off, so that'll be really easy to cut through. Other times it's really thick and it's kind of hard. You know, they're kind of like bulbs. But yeah, I'm sure eventually I'll show you guys how to propagate the babies off of the roots. So that's it. Thank you for watching.